Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for January 29th, or 26th rather, until February 1st. I'm going to go ahead and start us off by pulling a few oracle cards to start. We'll get into your osteomancy, and then we will start pulling tarot cards and see what's happening for you. All right, so first things first, I really like this actually. We're getting Goddess Iris. We've got the wings here. It just definitely gives Gemini vibes to it. But Iris here is talking about communication, number 23 being highlighted. So this is very much encouraging you to make sure that you are being understood correctly in your communications at this time, but also making sure that you are understanding others, making sure that communication is clear and concise at this time. Always good advice. All right. And for the Herbiary, we are getting Lady's Mantle, number 88. Beautiful. Nice angel number there. The number 8 talking about cycles, eternity, the will, inner strength, and justice. So this card is talking about fortitude. I can see here it looks like you're very much protected here on your path moving forward. This is encouraging you to, yes, be strong, be courageous on your path, making sure you're not choosing either extreme, walking that middle path, being protected at this time. Because these branches kind of give the vibe that like energies or people, situations might be trying to reach in and disrupt you on your path, but you're very much protected at this time. All right, Gemini. So we'll dive into your osteomancy for you next, and we'll be confirming these with my Manga Tarot. All right, so first thing that I'm seeing is there looks to be a small opportunity tied to your spirit, tied to maybe spiritual work at this time. This could be an opportunity potentially for learning or spiritual growth of some kind. Now it looks to be on the top of a mountain, like the top of an obstacle. Now I am also seeing an obstacle coming in here at just in your workplace, in your business endeavors. However, I am seeing that you are protected at this time. I do like to see that, especially with this card, talking about fortitude, being protected on your journey. Fantastic. So I also see there's a small like a short-term goal that you're working on. It is also tied to an obstacle of some kind, but once again, I am seeing that you are protected in this endeavor, so don't be afraid to charge forward and give her. Now I am also seeing there looks to be a change regarding your mindset as well. This looks like I am seeing that you're protected in this change as well. Like your reading is very much centered around this protection is what I really want to feel called to say here. But there's like a change in your mindset, and I feel like mindset change regarding, it looks like you're kind of seeking more balance, because it looks like there could have been some issues with anxiety potentially in the past for some of you. It looks like you're looking to make some changes with that here. This could be tied to communication if you have access to speaking to someone that you trust, whether it be like a therapist or a friend, family member, something like that. Even just talking to people about it, even talking to yourself out loud, seriously, it helps. But I am seeing there is potential for growth that is also tied to a small opportunity as well here. You don't look very emotion focused at this time. I will say that. And I am seeing there looks like an external influence on a long-term goal that you're holding. It seems like you're kind of disconnected from it as well, like a long-term goal. So let's just dive right in. Let's start asking some questions here. So starting off, first things first, what is this small opportunity for Gemini? This small opportunity that's tied to the spirit. What is this small opportunity here for Gemini? Okay, so this is confirmed by the Four of Swords. I really like this. So basically, kind of what I'm getting is there is an opportunity, as I had mentioned, a small opportunity tied to your spirit, your spiritual work. And when I asked, it's confirmed by the Four of Swords. So this is encouraging you to rest, relax, recover. I do want to say for a lot of you, some meditative work might be really good at this time, even practicing like mindfulness. If you can't take the time to rest your mind, right? And I mean, this could very much be tied to the change in mindset as well for some of you. Just taking the time to rest, relax, recover. This could be kind of key for some of you guys here at this time. So that looks really good. Let's see what else we want to figure out here. I'll just move this over so you can see it a little bit better. What is this change in mindset, Spirit, for Gemini? What is this change in mindset? This change in mindset for Gemini. Confirmed by the Six of Wands. So yeah, as I had said, it looks to be a positive change in mindset here. Like you're kind of seeking out balance is what I feel called to say here. Because I mean, this change here, it looks very balanced. This change is just kind of right down the middle, and it just gives me this equilibrium kind of feeling. And the Six of Wands talks about a victory. So it's like kind of this notion of like gaining more mental balance, mental clarity, and maybe even taking on a more victorious mindset of like, say if you're working on a project, especially because I mean, Six of Wands being tied to action as well, this could be a change in how you approach situations from your mindset, potentially along the lines of you start a new project and instead of like looking at all the things you don't know and stressing about it, you're like charging in and it's like, no, I'm going to tackle this. I'm going to learn it. I'm excited. I'm ready to roll. That's kind of the vibe that I get with that. So that looks pretty fantastic. So let's see, what else do we got here? What is the obstacle tied to Gemini's short-term goals? What is the obstacle tied to Gemini's short-term goals, please, Spirit? Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups talks about like a nostalgic kind of mindset. So kind of what I get from this is maybe using an old approach regarding a short-term goal that you have. Maybe it's like you're kind of stuck doing something that, oh, this always worked for me in the past, but for some reason now it's not working. That could be a message for some of you guys out there. So you might need to change kind of how you're looking at your short-term goal if you're kind of stuck in like an old way of doing things here. Because I do see this short-term goal, it is tied to your work, like your job. So it's like maybe this is a short-term goal regarding your career, or maybe not even career, but wherever you're employed. This could also be like, this could be your own business as well, right? So let's check that out. Spirit, what is the obstacle tied to Gemini's work or business. Shuffle one more time. The obstacle tied to work or business, but also tied to a short-term goal. I do see you are protected there, but okay, that's cheeky. So, all right, so the obstacle is the moon. This is really interesting. So this is talking about outcomes maybe being a little bit different from your initial intention. This talks about a change in some way. It's like an in-between stage that you're in here. This obstacle is the moon. But I feel like this obstacle, for some of you guys, I feel like this obstacle could be just pertaining to that Six of Cups, that old way of thinking or old way of doing things, right? That could very much be the situation. I'll take one more for that though. Spirit, what is the moon here for Gemini? What is the moon for Gemini? This could just be kind of a different situation for all of you. This obstacle could present itself in a number of different ways. So the obstacle is the moon, this obstacle you're dealing with here regarding your work, and it's also tied in with your short-term goals. It's being confirmed by the Five of Wands. So this talks about conflict, competition. So that's could be a little bit, a little competitive in the workspace. If it's your own business, you might see other businesses and be kind of, you might be kind of struggling with the competition here at this time. But honestly, I do see that you are very much protected here. Like there's this piece here, this protection piece that's kind of holding you up. It's kind of, I don't know, holding you up and over this obstacle almost. So it's like, I feel like you're going to overcome this obstacle. And especially with the Lady's Mantle, this Fortitude card, talking about inner strength, your will, and justice. I feel like some of you, communication might be really key here at this time. Making sure you're talking to people, making sure that you're being understood, I think is going to be really key. Yeah, I don't think this is a time where you want to be misunderstood in your endeavors and in your communications here. So make sure you're being very clear, and even if you need people to be like, confirm that they understand you even, right? Just making sure things are clear and concise. Now, I feel called to ask about what this external, it's like there's an external force or energy of negative sorts that's kind of affecting a long-term goal you have. Whether or not you're aware of this long-term goal, this could even be the force that's kind of preventing you from seeing your long-term goal, because I see it's very disconnected from your energy, it seems. So maybe someone's like hijacked a dream, maybe convinced you it wasn't for you or something. That's really specific. But Spirit, what is this external force, this external attack pertaining to Gemini's long-term dream, long-term goal? Confirmed by the Eight of Wands. I'm going to take one more for that. Whoop. Shuffle that again. Spirit, what is the external force acting on this long-term goal? What is conflicting with Gemini's long-term goal? Okay. The Lovers. Okay, so we had initially gotten the Eight of Wands and the Lovers. I think you're just distracted from your long-term goal is kind of what I'm getting, because it seems like you're very busy. The Eight of Wands talking about a flow state. I also want to mention I'm seeing a lot of eights showing up, we have the number 88 for Lady's Mantle and the 8 of Wands. So definitely a lot of eights, crazy eights. So I feel like you're just distracted with work, and I feel like there's a lot of positive distractions, I would say. So really, I just kind of want to say, like, go with the flow here is kind of the vibe. Is you've got a lot of positive things happening here, is what I feel like. Because I mean, the 8 of Wands talking about a flow state that you're in that's keeping you from your long-term goal. Being confirmed by the Lovers, this is you, Gemini, in your energy, showing up as the Lovers. It's this empowered state where it's like you're just kind of going with the flow. And I really love this. I'm gonna take a couple from my Quantum Oracle for you. These are just gonna be some closer messages. But this looks really good. I don't feel bad about the long-term goals being put on the back burner. I think you got other important things going on. Are there any closing messages here for Gemini Spirit? You're getting the number 1 being highlighted with hidden motivations, with intention. So right now, I think you're very much being encouraged to consider your intentions at this time. Consider how you're, I guess, using your influence. And I would say, like, because I get magician vibes from this, especially with this reading, like this feels very good. Like you're very protected. You just feel strong here in this reading. We'll take one more here, Spirit, for the hidden motivations for Gemini. Confirmed by the vast universe. Yeah, I feel like you're being very encouraged at this time to work on your manifestations. What do you want to manifest in your life at this time? And putting yourself in that headspace. Like I had mentioned earlier, changing your mindset in your endeavors to a victory mindset. Walking in like, yeah, I'm going to learn this. I'm going to do it. Changing up the old way of doing things, moving out of that nostalgic, comforting energy of the 6 of Cups and realizing the universe